Hello, welcome to Weathersfield Proctor Library Storytime. I'm Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian, and this is, despite appearances, our library bear, Bear. You may have wondered how Bear communicates with me to let me know what he wants. Well, today when I walked in, he had this pig snout on. So I believe that Library Bear wants some stories about pigs today. Well, I've picked out 2 stories about pigs for us to read. The first story is by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia, and it's called If You Give a Pig a Party. Wow, look at all those party hats and one lone pig-colored balloon. If you give a pig a party, she's going to ask for some balloons. When you give her the balloons, she'll want to decorate the house. Well, that all seems very natural to me. When she's finished, she'll put on her favorite dress. Then she'll call all her friends to invite them to the party. Her friends won't be home, so you'll go with her to look for them. On the way, she'll see a street fair. She'll want you to take her on the bumper cars. Well, this all makes sense to me so far. All her friends will be there. Then you'll have to take her on all the rides. She'll want to play all the games, too. When she's done, she'll ask you for some ice cream. When she's finished eating the ice cream, she'll need to change her clothes. You'll have to bring her home. All of her friends look so sad that she has to leave. She'll ask her friends along. Oh, well, now they look happier. On the way, she'll start a game of hide and seek. My goodness, all I see is the pig. I don't see any of the other animals hiding. When you finally get home, you'll have to make dinner. Then she'll want to have a sleepover. You'll have to find pajamas. I don't know if there are any pajamas big enough for that moose. And blankets and pillows for everyone. When she sees the pillows, she'll probably start a, see if you can guess. Pillow fight. I'm guessing you were correct when you guessed pillow fight. Then she'll make a fortress out of blankets. Of course, when she's finished, she'll want to decorate it. So she'll ask for some, what do you think she'll ask for? Balloons. And chances are, if you give her some balloons, she's going to ask you for a party. Well, that book was If You Give a Pig a Party by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia. Well, Library Bear, we have another story about pigs. This one is about Garth Pig. It's called Garth Pig Steals the Show by Mary Rayner. There are a lot of pigs here. They all seem to be playing musical instruments and singing. That's different. Garth Pig Steals the Show by Mary Rayner. One day, Mr. and Mrs. Pig and their 10 piglets decided to form a band. The piglets were all learning different instruments. Sorrel, the viola, Benjamin, the cymbals, Harry, the flute, Toby, the oboe, Alan, the triangle, Sarah and Cindy, the violin, Bryony, the clarinet, William, the trumpet, and Garth, the piccolo. Father Pig was the conductor, and Mother Pig sang. They played together every Friday. Let's see if we can get the glare off that picture. There we go. One evening, Father Pig put down the telephone. Marvelous! They've asked us to do a charity concert at the town hall. The next day, they all went to the town hall to practice. They played several pieces. Then Father Pig tapped the music stand. I want it to be very quiet here. Maybe just the piccolo by itself. Garth, can you do that? I don't know, said Garth. He began very slowly, stopped, then played some wrong notes. Come on, said Father Pig, you can do better than that. I can do it, said Toby. Let me do it. Shh, said Sorrel. Let him try. This time Garth got it right. The next number was the one Mrs. Pig was going to sing. They had only just begun when Mr. Pig stopped them. Mrs. Pig broke off. Now what's the matter? It doesn't sound right, said Father Pig. They began again. Mr. Pig shut his eyes, listening hard. Then he did a little skip. Got it. It's too shrill. There are too many high instruments. We need something booming away underneath. But we're too small to play the big, deep things, said William. I've got an idea, said Father Pig. That evening, he wrote an advertisement for the local paper. The following Thursday, when it was delivered, the piglets crowded around to see if their ad was in it. Look, said William, and there it was. Wanted for the pig players, cello or double bass or tuba player. All day they waited for the phone to ring. Oh dear, said Mrs. Pig. Perhaps we should have said we'd pay. Nobody's paying us, said Mr. Pig. We're doing it for charity. We just need someone who likes pigs. The day of the concert came, but still no one had offered to play with them. Mother Pig said, Never mind, we'll just have to do without. Now put on your best clothes, everyone. It's time to go. The piglets scattered. Mrs. Pig ran around finding their clothes, while Mr. Pig piled all the instruments together in the hall. In the middle of this, the bell rang. Father Pig went to the door. The first thing he saw was an enormous black case. Half hidden behind it was a lady. What's that? He asked her. It's a sousaphone, said the lady, the biggest, deepest tuba there is. I saw your ad. Wonderful, but do you know that we can't pay you? It's for charity. You'd be helping pigs. I'll do it for free. It's a chance I wouldn't miss for anything, said the lady. Nothing I like better than a helping of pig. Wait a minute. She didn't say she was going to help pigs. She said she wanted a helping of pig. Oh my goodness. Is this really a lady? Oh no, I think trouble is on its way. Father Pig looked quickly for her music in the pile. Here you are. You're in the nick of time. Go straight down to the town hall and join us there. You can oompa at the back. Thanks, said the lady. See you then. Mr. Pig shut the door, ran upstairs, and squeezed into his very best suit. Mrs. Pig had to help him. It was so tight. But at last they all left for the town hall. Breathless with excitement, the pig family waited backstage. Benjamin ran to peep through the curtains of the hall. "It's packed. I can't see an empty seat anywhere." "Help," said Garth. "I'm scared. I feel sick. How will I know when to play?" "It'll be all right," said William. "Here, have a peppermint." Father Pig said, "All you have to do is keep your eyes on me, and the rest of you do the same." They could hear the mayor making an announcement. Then Mr. Pig said, "Now, follow me," and they all filed onto the stage. Sarah and Cindy tuned their violins. Garth and William heard a chair scrape behind them and saw that the sousaphonist was in the back row, her music propped in front of her. She was looking around and licking her lips with a long pink tongue. "Funny," thought William. "Must have something to do with how you play the sousaphone." But Mr. Pig was tapping with his baton, and they all turned around again. The music began. The piglets were in top form. They played 3 pieces, and after each one, everybody clapped loudly. Then it was time for Mrs. Pig to sing. She stood up and went out in front. Garth was tootling away on his piccolo, and William filled his cheeks and blew his trumpet, enjoying the deep oompa oompa coming from behind him. Mrs. Pig's voice soared upward. Tra-la-la-la-la! William cocked his ear. The oompas had stopped. Was that a muffled squeak? William stopped blowing and, against orders, took his eyes off his father. Where was Garth? Beside William was an empty place and a piccolo. Oh my goodness, what are those? William's heart thumped, but he turned back toward the conductor as if nothing had happened. His mother was singing the next verse. His mind raced. He laid down his trumpet, dropped on all fours, and crept behind the chairs out of the band. He trotted to the front and tapped Father Pig on the back. Then he reached forward for the baton. Mr. Pig was so surprised that he handed it over without a word. Mrs. Pig performed. A performer to the tip of her tail kept on singing. And the band kept on playing. William beat time, drawing himself up as tall as he could. He could see that the sousaphone player was still there, but he could hear no oompas. She was only pretending to play. Mrs. Pig's song was nearly finished. William could see that the sousaphone player was getting ready to escape. The band was playing the last notes. Raising his arms, William took his brothers and sisters straight into the next piece, not giving anybody a chance to clap. The sousaphone player was trapped. She had to stay put. William went on conducting until they reached the moment for the piccolo solo, and then, with a flick of his wrist, he silenced the entire band and pointed at the sousaphone player. It was the signal for her to play alone. The whole hall was still, not a cough, not a whisper, not a rustle. The sousaphonist turned scarlet. You could see through her fur. She had to blow. There was a deafening blast, and out shot Garth Pig from the top of her sousaphone high into the air. He landed on all fours out front, center stage. The rest of the pig family was dumbfounded. Oh, I'm guessing they were. They wouldn't have expected that. But the audience thought it was part of the act, and there was a thunder of applause. "Bravo! Encore! Again!" William swung around and bowed. "Again!" shouted everybody. "Encore!" But the sousaphone player leaped to her feet, crashed along the row of chairs, and fled out of the hall, leaving her instrument on the floor. That's not a lady at all, is it? The mayor jumped onto the stage and took her place, and the piglets finished their concert with a rousing final chorus. When they counted the money afterward, they found that they had broken all records. And in the local paper the following week, Garth Pig's performance made the headline news. As for the sousaphone player, nothing was heard of her for a very long time. Flying Pig steals show. Brother foils piglet snatch. Well, that book was Garth Pig Steals the Show by Mary Rayner. I hope you enjoyed today's story time. And who knows what we'll find when we come in next time for Library Bear. I'm sure he'll let me know what kinds of stories he wants. This was Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian at the Weathersfield Proctor Library. We'll see you for our next story time. Bye.